What is up? Welcome to GreaverTV, and I am exhausted. We've had so many issues getting this match underway, all sorts of server problems and Lord knows what else, but it looks as though we're about to go live, and seems as though everything is good. Bulk, my friend, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not bad. Hopefully this match will get underway shortly.
Yeah, no doubt it has been a little bit of a wait, but looks as though teams are all sussed and good to go.
To be fair though, if this was Asia Fortress, we'd be starting on time.
It hurts because it's not far off the truth. But yeah, so we are roughly half an hour late getting live on this match, people. But don't stress out because we are getting live. And for those of you watching on the stream going, Griever, you showed the password. No, I changed that shit right the fuck up. There's no chances of any of that happening. So yes, this is Alienware Arena coverage right here on GreaverTV, and we have Frenetic Array, or Fray, versus Sequential Gaming, that being SQL, and this should be excellent, Bulk.
Yeah, I mean, with the maps they're playing, it really should be a pretty even contest. I'd certainly give the nod probably to SQL actually on Gully Wash, and probably to Fray for Viaduct and Warmfront. Well, that's just an absolute toss-up.
Yeah, and as I just said, what a rocky start to the match, but yeah, dude, I haven't actually seen SQL, rest in peace, Rocky, taken too soon. I haven't actually seen SQL play on Gully Wash in quite a while, so you reckon that they might be able to take this one possibly?
Well, I think if there's one match that favours SQL, sorry, one map that favours SQL in this game tonight, it's definitely going to be Gully Wash.
Oh, yeah,
so they really need to come out strong and win this map.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with you there, dude. I don't think they're going to be able to hack it on Viaduct, but yeah, if they can get through one, it would have to be this, and yeah, it would possibly be this. And of course, Warmfront, that would, yeah. It depends on what style of play they go for. And the thing is, I haven't seen SQL play much lately. Of course, they were traditionally very, slow and methodical, and then of course last season we saw some really nice targeted aggression. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they deal with Fray's aggression anyway, because we can count on them to mix this up. Have you seen them play with Putty on their roster yet? I don't think anyone has, have they?
Oh, we scrimmed them once last week with Putty on the roster. I think that was literally like the first or like probably the second time night that they were actually trialing him, and we're going live now.
Indeed we are. So I'm going to find Turmo and we're going to check out his rollout. So as a Div 1 demo, how do you find versing Turmo?
Well, Gully Wash is different because you don't really go head-on with the demo. You're more focused on putting damage on the scouts and soldiers, and you can see there,
wow,
Tomo getting good damage onto those scouts.
Yeah, Povo took
and
a
his
massive
team's getting
sticky.
good position on the point, but big bomb out there denied Rain getting slaughtered.
Yeah, and
Rain
Rain not able to
pressure on the combo,
no!
Soul coming in at a good time.
Yes, they're going to be able to clean up Povo and Grey Hunter at the end there. Of course, Rain getting wasted. Oh, and they're going to get Mike. So where's Spitty? Spitty's well out, so Prime and Spitty getting back, that's good.
And yeah, watching Tomo at the start of that fight, you can tell why Fray won that fight basically. He got good early damage on their scouts, and that pretty much just neutralized any kind of aggression coming out of Fray.
Yeah.
And Rain tried to make something happen, but with two scouts and a soldier just sitting on that middle point, he had no hope really.
Yeah, not much you can do there. Right, so the first Uber is going to go off, and look at this Spitty holding it, and now he's going to pop it. 23 health. Does this man have balls of steel or what? And not too much happens with this Uber exchange, and looks like they're going to be able to get out before their players up, though. And if you're going to fail a push, keeping your players up is kind of how you want to do it, really, isn't it? Oh. Wow. Right as I say that.
Yeah, Fray just kind of pushing too many players through the one choke there, and they just did a whole bunch of spam. And SQL playing this aggressively, which is not really their standard, but they do have a two-player advantage, so they definitely want to take that. And Prime now muscling them out of the point. They look like they are going to get this quite comfortably in the end.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be able to cap that up with no issues. So yeah, Have a look at Fray. Let's have a look at what positioning they're taking. It's all pretty standard fare so far. And yeah, I mean, both teams have got even Ubers right now. Be interesting to see if Fray is, because I mean, they're holding quite defensively. I would have thought that they would be going for this, seeing as they both have Uber.
Well, this kind of mid and second ult, it's very stalematey. Teams are kind of hesitant to push. They like to just work it a little bit. Actually, they're actually going in...
Turbo-less.
No, see, they're not quite committing yet. Okay, now they are.
Yeah, so
this is actually good. They're forcing the multi. Good work. Oh, that's just as I said, they've forced the multi as well. Rain going down on the flank.
Yeah, Rain kind of getting into a position there where he couldn't really do too much. However, they've managed to lose Putty on the other side as well, so... SQL managing to hold this point quite well. Soldier swap.
But yeah, as I was saying, it's quite stalemate. Both teams kind of got a pick, but neither team really got any kind of advantage that they could go, well, you know, let's push aggressively with this. There was both just kind of... It was kind of a feeling out Uber, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, absolutely. As for STV, I can't alt-tab or my recording program is going to pack an absolute crap. Hopefully someone will be nice to post it in there. If not, listen to what I'm saying very carefully. mal.ipgn.com.au and the port is 27035. That is the STV.
Fray once again, this time they're coming around choke. Ubering it aggressively.
Yeah, I quite like the way they Ubered in there. Oh man, look at that soldier. Oh no, he's getting... Oh, good clutch with the last of that Uber. And see, now they've got one player advantage. Mike has had to back out. He's on 3 health. He's come up to the
again, though, it's not really enough of an advantage to warrant a push just because of the nature chokes. Although they are actually going through flank right now. But the problem is, by the time they get there, this soldier's going to respawn and made it back to mid. And yeah, you can see there, SQL deciding to back out.
Yeah. There's no point going in. They all took way too much damage. But Fray is going to get aggressive now. Coming in from the right-hand side. Look how low Soul is. Are they going to be able to punish them for this? No, it looks as though they're actually going to back out.
They're actually, yeah.
That's interesting. They've got Uber.
There.
Wow, okay, I suppose they've only just got Uber. Maybe they're going to rotate up top. No, they're going to come straight out through the door.
Now, this is a really bad Uber for SQL here. They're in a lot of trouble. They're in danger of getting cut off from the door. But the demo didn't stay forward, so they do actually manage to get out, but Fray still taking the point.
Yeah, I think that ended up going very well for Fray. Yeah, they essentially got a whole bunch of positioning for Fray and Snowblind. Going to pick up Old Man Grey.
I really like someone for Fray just to pretty much suicide in now, because they're just going to push on this.
Getting some good damage so far. Look how low all these SQL players are.
Getting destroyed there by Prime, though. This is going to shut down this push and almost going down to a scout. Soldier on the point, though.
Yeah, Soldier on the point. Prime getting so low. So much aggression from that scout on the left of him. However, they still have even players. I'm going to clean up Snowblind. I believe he was below the point. Another scout coming in now. He's going to back out. No one really wants to... Yeah. Jesus, look at the state of Prime. His head, his shoulder, he almost looks as bad as you when you play demo.
I look fantastic.
I love it how all of the top demos in the Australian scene all wear an extremely similar get-up, but none of them look the same. No one wants to wear the same stuff. That's hilarious.
Hey, no one's bringing the thunder like I do. And Uber exchange here on the top left.
Yeah, so...
Fray managing to pick off a scout here. This might actually work out well for them. Greyhunter's quite weak as well.
That scout's going to be stuck there. I thought Prime was going to wait for that sticky. Oh, damn. So that's Povo and Mike down. No scouts on the SQL side.
Snowblind going down behind, but a soldier behind the point.
Oh, it's a big bomb. Medic's going to go down. Rain and Spitty down. Look at this. And the soldier is still up here by spawn. They're going to be able to clean Soul up.
Yeah, in the end, though, it was just Tomo and Tsunami left, so they didn't really want to risk it, because they're now going to be able to push with a full Uber advantage.
Right, apparently the STV server is not working. I'm Bulk. Do you want to... Have you got Tom Sawyer on your friends list, mate?
No, I don't.
Shit. Got got blades?
I can actually. I'm on IRC, so I can contact him.
Yeah,
through there if you
IRC Tom Sawyer and ask him to
Fix it.
I'm gonna have to get the TV port for him. Crap. Yeah, sorry, we're actually on someone else's server because we've had issues tonight, people. Stream's gonna go blank for just a second, so bear with me.
And missed what happened, but the push from Fray really not working out, and SQL going to comfortably retake second here.
Righto, Box, what's happening?
Well, we're at that good old stalemate, second and mid. And there was a pyro reflect kill on Sol. I really wish I saw that. But PDH and Sol just pretty much traded there, so nothing's going to happen for the next couple seconds.
Yeah.
Tomo, we're just actually trying to work it in aggressively here through the flank, and they have popped. What's really happening though? They're just kind of popping and getting out. Although a soldier did get above. He's on full health as well.
He's gonna get shut down by the scout.
Well, no, actually, scout coming in from behind. Yeah.
Oh no, with the big bomb on the medic. Oh, Grey Hunter.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Oh, and Boat, a big pick on Prime there, coming in from the flank and just destroying Prime. And there's a smiley behind to top it off.
Righto, sorry, I've been trying to sort out a couple of issues, but I am back.
The control point
Righto. So yeah, Fray in a really good position right now. Of course, Ubers are going to be completely even, and Fray's probably going to push on down the left-hand side here.
Yeah, once again, the familiar side of Fray pushing last. Let's hope they come up with something a bit different this time. Shut up Ubering into the combo. It's just going to be pushing in and then falling out pretty quickly, it looks like. One soldier is in. He's going to go down, though. They did manage to trade us for a scout, though, so they could still work this. And they're actually getting this. And Mikey goes down, but Tomo taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, crap tons of damage. Fray's just not quite high enough. Turmo, oh, is he going to be able to get out? No, he's not. SQL just clutching it. I mean, we haven't even had a cap yet, dude.
Well, it's just, they're just kind of committing to these kind of 50-50 fights, and it just doesn't really work when you're pushing a last like that. Yeah, they really need to get some kind of quantitative, like, advantage. They need a pick, they need something before they go in. They're just going in Uber versus Uber and just banging their head against a brick wall, basically.
Yeah, I mean, once it doesn't work a few times, you have to kind of, yeah, get a bit patient and make some picks. But Fray taking a fair amount of damage here with this Uber.
Good Uber by Fray, they're killing 3 players. They will still have this Uber, and with respawn times, they should be able to hold the second point, although they are forcing the pop.
Yeah, so good work forcing it. If are they going to be able to fall out quick enough, I bet Turmo's all over this.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
PH doing some work there.
I did not get to see that, but that's really good. And they're probably going to clean
Aggressive
up the soldier.
scout play here, though. This is going to be trouble for SQL. They're taking a lot of damage.
See, Tsunami's down on 56. Rain and Povo still down for another 7 seconds. By the time they get back into the fight, that's a long time, and indeed Fray are going to push in on this mid.
Speedy's getting very close to this Uber, though, so they are going to definitely block this with Uber. Although, it actually... Yeah, no, they are pushing back out now. But it's going to be difficult, because they're going to lose a player going straight in.
Yeah, they should be able to get that medic, though. Look, they're all over it. Boom, Tsunami, put it down. Scout on this medic, though. Nah, going to clean him up. So that's a good play. That's really good. That's what SQL needs.
It just seemed like Fray didn't really realise how close Spitty was to Uber, and they just got caught forward trying to cap the point and absolutely demolished for it.
This is a massive advantage. I hope they do not squander this.
Well, it's only going to be 40%, but
Nah, it's gonna.
you think hopefully they'll be able to do something with this kind of advantage.
As long as they go as soon as they get Uber and they keep grinding at a pace, there won't be any issue, because I don't see Spitty grinding right now. Oh no,
Fray
they got
electing for
Boss
a
Bash, right?
Pyro and Heavy. Where's the Heavy? Yeah, the Heavy's kind of sitting in kind of the little choke underneath where the medic's holding at the moment. It's actually I've seen, as I say that, Uber's in. And Scout on the point, a soldier on the point with
Oh my god!
Rain, they just, no one there to block point. They're all kind of sitting back scared of the Uber. And there we go, SQL taking it 1-0.
Yeah, so as you say, 1-0, our first Uber of the game. Sorry, our first cap of the game. So it's interesting how far into the game we're almost 15 minutes in, and we've only had one cap, and it is to SQL. Gonna see how Fray responds to this. We see the big bomb in here by Rain. He's gonna get cleaned up, but they're gonna get
Tomo
sold.
got really good position on the point here. He's gonna lay down a lot of damage.
Oh shit, yeah, especially with Prime down as well. Look at that, SQL's just falling out. We're gonna see these scouts go aggressive. Playing cheeky buggers in behind, possibly. And look at Tomo, he's loving this, just putting the pressure on, force SQL out. And this isn't what SQL needs right now. You know, after...
They're actually going to block this with Uber, but they're not going to block it. Poor timing there by SQL, and Fray's going to push back in with Uber and probably just wipe out SQL.
Tsunami got really low.
Soldiers are actually dewing behind though, so this could be interesting. Oh, there we go, Rain picking the medic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they just completely ignored the two soldiers behind them, and it really hurt them in the end there. I'm not exactly sure what was the logic behind that.
They don't have the cap on the point, and they've only got Soul up. I don't know what Mike's doing. Because here's Soul in the juice spot. Is he going to get seen? Oh, look, the medic! Look, the medic's going to get the crossbow on him!
that's one way to find out, but... Ooh, Prime almost getting taken out there by Soul.
Yeah, I imagine it would have got called pretty quickly. But yeah, so Fray falls back onto the second box.
Yeah, once again, just... They have a really nice push, and then they just get a little bit careless, Fray. And it's... SQL really are just punishing them for it, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
SQL pushing now with full Uber advantage. They are going to get forced. And Putty, after swirling around in the air, finally gets taken down.
I was going to say, because it felt weird. It felt like SQL were able to push in without much happening, but of course they've been able to pull their entire combo out.
Fray are actually committing to this defense, but they've lost Tomo and the Soul.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. Oh, this is trouble for Fray.
They're going to lose both scouts, boat and Snowblind down.
They are going to have this Uber to defend last, though, because Putty will spawn in time to link up with Tsunami. But it's only going to be the two of them, so this is going to be real trouble.
Yeah, and lots of pipes. Force it real early. Players on the point, and then SQL
Respawn is coming in now, though. SQL are backing out. Good play by them. They're going to be able to repush with a full Uber advantage.
They did really well to get out with all their players, to be honest. Although they went in there, you know, and with full players against two, they still forced the
I think they realised by the time they got there that they weren't going to be able to cap the point. They decided, you know, force Uber back out, repush again.
Povo down though. Look at Fray. Just look at their aggression as they push back out.
Uber forced from SQL. Medic's caught out by himself though. Going to go down. Bit of miscommunication there between the pocket.
So what's the SQL going to do? They just rush the point almost, you know, like.
It's just Soul. He's doing some work though, but
Spitty! Oh no!
Oh, he's probably enjoying that one, even if he didn't actually land any damage on Soul. Yeah. One thing I saw on the last rollout was Prime's actually very slow on Gully Wash. Not doing the faster, what I'd call like the Banny rollout, which you see most demos use.
Turmo do right now.
But Prime actually electing to go flank this time, which actually I think is going to be a very good choice for his team. He's getting a lot of good spam out, and his soldiers have a bit more room to work with.
Oh, that's a good kill on Soul. We're going to lose the soldier on the left, surely though. Yeah, Rain will go down.
Yeah, big spam coming in there from Prime. But as I say that, he gets monstered by Yuri. Manages to get away, but...
And Grey Hunter and that scout down below.
Fray are going to have to fall back, though. They've lost too many players.
It
was one of those close fights because Fray, well, actually, that was their first mid win. And it wasn't exactly the most convincing, though, because quite a few of the SQL players got out on low health. But
I feel like I have to make some
early.
joke, like it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. And Rocky's banned.
Winning's winning, bro. Winning's winning.
Yeah, so losing Grey Hunter and Povo there's not going to be good. But Ubers have reset. Look at this, we knew it. Fray's just going to get really aggressive. Rain with the big rocket jump. He's going to die at full damage. And yeah, good retake by Fraybot.
Yeah, they just need to kind of keep their heads about them and just make a solid push instead of just rushing it.
Yeah. Good 50% until we have any Ubers up.
Now, Prime's called out of position here.
Yeah. Povo and Prime all down at once. SQL is going to be forced right back on this.
Yeah, he's a bit unfortunate. He was holding on the top right, but something knocked him down and he just had no escape there. And this probably... Well, actually, no. Spiddy's going to have Uber for this, so they will be able to hold this. Fray are going right in now, though. I don't know if this is the best idea, because they're about to get full respawns. This is not going to go well for Fray.
Force the Uber, and then look. Oh, no. Tsunami's too far
drops.
forward.
Yeah, that was...
Wow.
I'm not exactly sure what the plan was there, but whatever it was, they committed way
I can
too
only assume that's due to bad calling, to be honest, because that looked like a suicide to me. It didn't look like an all-in. At least initially.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It seemed like they wanted to go in and force the Uber, but the medic just committed too far, and it was probably because he was following Yuri. I mean, he probably should have played it a bit more passively.
I was going to say, don't tell me both those scouts are going to go in for that corridor. Let's see how SQL handles that, because they haven't really committed to this, probably because Spitty is on 28 health. I think you'd have to tickle him and he's going to go down. He's getting a bit more health now, though, and they have a pretty serious Uber advantage. That crap I just pasted to you before, Bolt, could you IRC that to Tom Sawyer and ask him to connect Mel to it?
Hang on.
Yeah, bro. So, big early Uber by SQL here. Are they even going to be able to pick anyone up with this? I don't think they are. Players on the cat, they're going to get boat and snowblinds. That's both scouts, but ideally that's it's the medic they're kind of after. And Tsunami now is
really back and forth, but SQL constantly just getting the upper hand when it really seems to matter, and just winning the fights that are getting them points and rounds.
Indeed, which, to be, if we're perfectly honest, we haven't seen, crap tons of that from SQL. I think most people really thought that even on this map, Fray would probably shit stomp SQL, but that's not what we're seeing at all.
I mean, SQL are a team I kind of call a scrim team. They seem to almost perform their best in the scrims. They rarely seem to have that kind of ability to turn it on in matches, but so far they're certainly getting the better of this.
Yeah. Well, it's a different lineup, I suppose. And yeah, so SQL leaked a couple of players. They're going to be able to pick up at least a scout here, though. They're going to get boat. Another scout comes in, forces the Uber. Really good work there. And of course, Fray will be holding back, possibly. What are they going to do? Because they're going to have to give up this mid, but not for long. Tsunami's on 56%. Lots of aggression as they move through this corridor here. They're just kind of moving forward. Are they going to be able to get this scout? They haven't even got a pick off this yet. Look how low Snowblind and Boat are. And it's actually going to be Mike who's going to go down third. At least on paper, this is going to look worse for SQL. Scout going for the flank.
They made the right decision, though. They fell out because they knew that Fray did have the Uber, and hopefully they probably have to give up middle, but Spitty should be able to get out alive.
Oh, if they can get that medic out. So they're going to sack Rain here. But they've got Uber. They've got
a choice
adjusted
they'll make any day of the week, I think. And yeah, now it's only a one-player disadvantage for SQL, and they've got a full Uber advantage, so they'll be able to wait for Rain to respawn and then push in 6v6 with an Uber advantage on mid.
So, Soldier in the hiding spot. It looks like they're going to push through the right-hand side at this stage. Scout's going for a peek.
I wouldn't mind seeing some kind of drop-down play here by maybe Rain. It might be able to catch up because Tsunami's holding really far back.
Well, that's the kind of thing you really want to use
SQL,
Rain
I don't think are going to push this. They just, even though they have the Uber advantage, because of how middle actually works with that kind of overhang near the choke, it makes it really difficult to actually push out aggressively and get a kill on the medic. So here we go. Actually, it's Fray pushing in. Uber's nearly equally popped, but
this is interesting so far.
Putty kind of getting left out, but it's actually giving his team a little bit of space. Termo, they're getting quickly focus fired.
Now they get those two players in the choke. They know Termo's not going to be there to lock down that choke. SQL players can stream through, and look at the Tsunami caught out again. Oh man, is he going to go down? Scout all over him. How low is Tsunami?
Well,
He's on
Tsunami
27.
wasn't really caught out, whereas in his entire team got demolished, and
yeah.
you can only run so fast. They actually get a fair few forward respawners though. Maybe not the most ideal spawn, because they're probably going to lose all three players that actually just got that spawn. Tomo they're actually just getting out.
Yeah, because from my perspective, when I flicked to him, it kind of looked like Tsunami was just like on the point, like, fuck, where's everyone gone? But yeah, so they're going to clean up the soldier. And so they get to push with 100% Uber and a soldier advantage. It's good to see that they're like being smart about this push though. They know that there's probably sticky traps, etc. Early pop, soldier goes in. Soldier straight on the point. Heavy's there though. Oh wow, look at that.
He
They're
just
going to
focuses
have to get some
heavy down
pipes
though,
to him.
but
Good
losing
work.
players. Ooh, yeah, not exactly an ideal Uber
It's
push
not
there.
textbook.
It just seems there was a bit of miscommunication over who they were actually trying to kill, and players just getting picked off. The un-Ubered players, sorry, getting picked off, which is really what you want to not happen on an Uber fight like this.
Yeah, and the worst part is they've had to give up second as well, and they know that Fray has a massive Uber advantage.
Yeah, Fray will most likely just take this mid. I don't know if SQL's going to actually put up any defense.
Putty's on 15, he can't do anything! Oh, and he manages to kill Rain with an Uber on him. Oh, lovely. But of course,
excellent
they've
work there
forced
by
the Uber,
Rain, though. He's forced the Uber, and they will now have full. Once again, pretty much just trading mid and Uber advantage. Just kind of, it's kind of a vicious cycle on this map sometimes.
Yeah. Oh wow, lots of Fray picks there. They've actually managed to keep the entirety of SQL alive, and the only person left up is poor Tsunami. Poor Tsunami, we're for out there. He's going to get out, 24% Uber. Player will be up for him right now. Oh, and he's gone back to last, and I think they might have got some forward spawns. Tsunami is still not healing anyone, and they're going to get snowblind. This isn't good, Bulk.
No. Once again, the pendulum swings, and it's SQL coming up in favor.
Oh, no.
I'm not exactly sure why they're holding so far back. Do they not realize they have Uber advantage? Or maybe they just want to grind it up before they actually push into lobby.
To be perfectly honest, that little gap was, shortening quite quickly. But yeah, so SQL,
They might actually be able to catch Tsunami if they go right now, and they are.
No,
going straight for the
go
demo.
For Tsunami.
Ooh, good.
He's
No,
on
no, no.
96%! Kill him! Oh,
The demo was
well.
arguably the bigger pick there, though, because
Yeah.
there's now a lot of weak players for Fray, and SQL can re-push in, although, as I say that, they're getting
Scout's
cleaned
gonna
up
get
pretty
cleaned
well.
up. So there goes Mike. Povos.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting the pick on the demo, but they really needed to get that pick and then kind of get everyone out and then re-push. Yeah, not exactly working out for them in the end when Tsunami kind of Ubered heavy on the point, and he just pretty much murdered all of SQL.
Yep. So here comes the inevitable Fray push, and they're not screwing around. Gonna be able to pick anyone up in the
The
midst of
scouts
this?
though, he's
Oh! Damn.
Not exactly sure what the plan was there.
No, not
Walking
at
two
all, mate.
players through a choke against a full team. I don't know if they're on tilt, but it's not exactly a wise decision.
I'm trying to understand. For those of you watching the stream, before we go live on the second map, I will get you an STV. Get you a working STV, should I say. So there we go. Uber gets popped nice and early. However, Spitty still has to be able to get out of there, and he's not going to be able to get out of. I don't know if that was so much a really good push by Fray, or if things kind of fell apart there.
Time has been added.
Yeah, it's hard to say, sorry, I was just, I kind of missed that.
No, good, mate. Fray's kind of bullying their way in over here. They're just going to grab that point. SQL's back right the hell out. See Povo, Pyro Strats.
Time has been added.
Mike's going to come up. Boat's coming up now. By the time Boat gets
One thing
back
I just
to
realised,
the
there's only a minute 30 left in this half. This might be the first time in a long time I've seen a half go 30 minutes without actually... Well, just go the full 30 minutes, because normally teams get 3 caps in that time. I mean, Gully Wash certainly is sometimes the slowest map, but it can be quicker than how it's currently being played.
So that's good use of the Pyro there. Slowing them down. Will it be long enough?
Not by much.
Yeah.
But they actually prime getting a good trap on both, but...
Oh, nah.
Yeah, 3 times cap on the point, just got it quick enough. And
So let's have a look. How long's left? 1 minute.
It's actually enough time, probably, if you go balls out aggressive and almost like run a scout straight ahead to second, but
yeah,
I just don't see the team getting a cap in this time.
No. Unless one team was like
it's a practice mid, basically.
1 minute left. Yeah, practice mid. So Fray, really good positioning on this. Gonna lose Soul. Yeah, Fray all over that. Pretty much shut out SQL at all the chokes, but I doubt there's going to be enough time for them to get it. Although it is
Fray
half
really
the time's gone. Half the time is gone.
They've got nothing to lose, though. I mean,
yeah, it's not like they can push back.
It's going to be full team versus full team, but you never know. You might be able to get a sneaky cap. I mean, they are going to sit a heavy on it, but
Spitty's got Uber.
Anything can happen. And so say that Yuri's dead. The push is over.
Oh, you funny guy. Boom, and that's going to be halftime.
Averaging a round a minute. Not exactly a lightning fast game, but entertaining nonetheless.
Yep. So I believe I need to run the config again. Do I have an admin in here? No, I do not have an admin in here. Righto, stream, things are going to go a little bit white for a second while I run that config again, and then we'll be back into it. Do I have to swap teams, Bolt? Do you know?
Probably, yeah.
Do you swap colours at halftime?
Yeah, you do swap colours at halftime.
Righto, I think we're good.
Oh, there's no halves, apparently. Okay.
Really?
Oh, so then, actually, yeah, SQL win 2-1, apparently. Sorry, I just assumed there was halves.
So no hour-long maps?
No, no hour-long maps.
Dear God, and I managed to hit one of my binds. Right, so Viaduct it is. Cough Pro Viaduct RC3.
Did you sort it out with Tom Sawyer?
Just on the YouTube VOD, we're going to kill this recording and go to our next one, so just bear with us. And yeah, have a look on the right of you if you want to see the Viaduct map.